What's going on, everyone? We are in the kitchen, which I thought was a pretty good place for today's video, which is about rest day nutrition. We all know how we want to eat on the days that we're exercising, on the days that we're working out, on the days where we're burning calories. Whether we're cutting, whether we're bulking, or whether we're just aiming for maintenance, we have a certain number of calories, a certain amount of macronutrients that we're trying to hit on those days that we work out. But should that be the same on our rest days? I'm here to tell you that for the most part it should be. I want to jump into bulking to start off with. So, when we're looking at bulking, obviously you're in a surplus, you're eating more calories than you're expending. Pretty simple, right? Now, on the days you're working out, you're obviously eating in probably a 250 to 500 calorie surplus. Now, on the days that you're resting, you're obviously, if you ate that same number, you're not going to be burning as many calories because you're not doing as much work, whether it's not going to the gym or not going for a run or whatever. You're not burning as many calories as those other days. So, should you still eat the same number of calories, and should you still hit all of those same macronutrients? In my opinion, I think that yes, you should. You're bulking. Your aim is to be putting on muscle, to be gaining weight. Why would you take the rest day as a day to cut back on calories, whereas you could be using it as another day to further increase your weight, to help your muscles recover better? Because remember, on your rest days, those are the days that your muscles are actually really recovering the most, because you're not breaking them down at all. That's their time to really recover fully before you get back into the gym, before you get back into exercising. Therefore, I think that it's a good idea, if you're bulking, that on your rest days you should be eating the exact same number of calories. Yes, this means that you might be in a pretty high surplus, but at the end of the day, you're not going to put on a whole bunch of fat in just one day. So it's safe to say that you can eat that same number of calories and not gain too much fat, while also helping your muscles recover better and therefore grow bigger, grow stronger, ultimately leading to a better, more efficient bulking cycle. So make sure that if you're bulking, you are sticking to those calories that you set yourself for your workout days. Now, things are a little bit different if you are cutting. If you are cutting, I would say that is probably the only time that you really want to think about lowering your calories, maybe lowering some macronutrients, particularly your carbs and your fats, on your rest days. When you are cutting, your primary goal is to be losing weight, to be losing fat optimally. Now, that means that on your rest days, what you might want to do is maybe up your protein a little bit, but lower your carbs and fats. So potentially, because of that, you could stay at around about the same number of calories you would eat on a workout day. But again, at the end of the day, your rest day is a day where you're not burning any calories, and if your goal is to be losing weight, that is a day where you can cut things back because you're not burning as much, and therefore you can speed up that cutting process. Remember that your muscles will still be recovering on your rest days while you are cutting, so you don't want to go too low, but maybe drop your total calories by about 100 to 200. So take a look at your carbs and your fats and decide which one you can maybe cut back a little bit on to make sure that your cut is still progressing the way you want it to. Now, if you're just trying to maintain your current weight, it's really up to you. I would say you can probably do the same theory as I gave for bulking and just maintain that same number of calories as you would for a workout day. Again, your muscles are going to be recovering on your rest day, so it doesn't hurt to keep those calories at the same level. And what you can do is simply up your protein a little bit and maybe cut back on the carbs and the fat, those macronutrients that are more designed to provide energy. By doing this, you're not giving your body a whole bunch of energy that it will then need to store. Instead, you're just getting the same number of calories with protein, which is probably just going to go in one end and out the other pretty quickly. So I hope this was helpful. Remember, like a lot of things in fitness, it all depends on your goal as to how you should eat, how you should train, how you should do a lot of different things. So decide what your goal is and then adjust your calories, adjust your diet accordingly, and use the tips in this video to make sure that on your rest days you're still getting closer to your ultimate goal. Don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next video.